Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Tami from Acclaimed.
I'm Kevin from Acclaimed.
And we are meeting with you lovely people for this weekly Facebook Live. And today there is a great question.
What's the question?
Will you tell me what the question is? What do you think it is?
Well, you know what? Thankfully, you have the answers to this because it's like really brand new to us. And so I'm going to ask the question today. A couple of people have asked today. And I'm asking you the question too, because I know a little bit about it, but you've become the expert very quickly here at Acclaimed.
Oh, okay.
And it's about new rebates.
Government rebates.
Rebates. Everybody likes that word, and this one is involving the energy efficiency rebates, which involve furnaces and that type of thing. So without further ado, so you can share with us, I've heard that there are new government rebates becoming available for furnaces. Can you share with us some information on this and other rebates coming available? So simple, quick, to the point.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it, Tam.
To the point. Well, I'll do my best on that. So we have, we had the days gone past when in 2010 and 2011 there were fantastic government rebates that were going on. And we've been listening and waiting for those more rebates to come up. And there's some more information. That was kind of a soft launch on the rebates. So how it works. I just see a question here from Jason Scott asking if he can get a rebate on the furnaces that's installed. So here's what has to happen for a rebate to happen. You have to have a third-party registered advisor that comes into your home and does an energy audit. And so you have to get this. They are registered on the Natural Resources Canada. They're having a site where you can see who are the vetted registered auditors. So you have them into your house. It costs you $450, Jason. So you have to do that first before you can install the furnace. And so what they have is, it's a provincial initiative on this front. So immediately you save $300 on that audit.
And that's from provincial dollars?
Provincial dollars, yep. The carbon tax money just went into that. And then if you happen to pay your taxes to the City of Edmonton, you also can then get another $100 saved. So at the end of the day, that audit costs you $72.50. So you pay $450, the GST on that full amount. Yeah. You get a $300 rebate, which is instant. Then you get a $100 rebate, which you send in. And when you have one of these third-party auditors that come into your home, they will help you do the paperwork. So you don't need to worry about that. So at the end of the day, if you live in Edmonton, the audit will cost you $72.50. And if you live outside Edmonton and in the province of Alberta, it will cost you $172.50. And so what do you get with that money, Kevin? We had a person that came in, and there are third-party businesses that do this. And so that was one of the concerns I had with these auditors that would go potentially door to door, which I was really worried about that, because about 2 years ago we had an issue where people would go door to door and they would say that they're from an auditor company or City of Edmonton and they're doing inspections on your furnace.
All right.
And some people got taken for a lot of money on that. So you have to invite the auditors in. They cannot go door to door for the energy audits. Okay. That is still illegal. So if someone comes around to your door, knocks on your door and says, I'm here to do an energy audit, call not 911, but call City of Edmonton and tell them that you've got someone going to do door-to-door solicitation for this, which is still illegal. Okay. So yeah, do you have a question?
So I think there's a lot of stuff that we can actually advise people on what to look for in an energy audit advisor. And stuff like that. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot of warnings that we should really be doing. But in terms of the actual rebates.
Back to that. So once this person comes into your home and does this audit, they'll do the paperwork, they'll leave you with the documentation that will list all the items that you could improve in your home to save money. And it's going from something to something, the greater impact, right? That's what we got from that gentleman yesterday. Right. But so you could save on if you installed 95 to 96% efficiency furnace, you could save $150 on that furnace. If it was going up to 97% efficiency, you could save $350. Right. Now, what he also said was that we have to whisper really closely because it's kind of a soft, quiet launch right now. But he had spoken with some advisors from the City of Edmonton and said that they are going to be launching, hopefully at the beginning of December, like a City of Edmonton initiative for energy efficiency improvements. So they have said that they would give you a $200 rebate on your furnace.
That's right. And I think the big deal there is that would automatically be tagged on to that rebate that is the federal one, even though it's the municipality chipping in.
Correct.
So there's not that extra paperwork to do.
That's correct.
And the energy audit folks would do that.
Yeah. So that is really neat because some of the audits or some of the rebates programs, you've got to submit them yourselves with some of the programs. So this is nice. So what this gentleman from yesterday, and I confirmed it today, said that even though we don't have the City of Edmonton has not launched their program yet, you could still have an audit done, have a furnace installed. You could hold that receipt and then submit the extra $200 once they go live. And that's what this gentleman from EnerGuide said.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of rebates. Furnaces, tankless water heaters. There's a substantial increase in the rebate amount to that, and so like the rebate amounts for that have increased by about $200 for your average water tank. So now you're up to about $1,200. But in addition to that, then there's other programs available here where if you do, for example, a furnace and you do a tankless water heater and you do just one other thing where they have a plenitude of them, which people will have to really look at the information, all of a sudden you can get an additional $1,000 off. That's so right. Doing a high efficiency tankless water heater and a high efficiency variable speed, really high efficient furnace, and just one other small thing, you can get an extra $1,000, which is a huge deal on top of all of that. And
depending on what the thing that you increase, you almost get that item for free, depending on what it could be. Basically, it's not, you don't get it off the price, you get a rebate back in the mail, and so that money will come to you within 6 to 8 weeks, is what they're saying the processing time is on that.
Right. Yeah, and so that's in addition to a $75 rebate that the federal government has that you can kind of mail in yourself for that high efficiency furnace.
So what did you say about that?
There's the $75 rebate.
Oh yeah.
That people have to. It really hasn't been explored very much because it's $75. The homeowner has to do that themselves. There's nothing us as a contractor can do for you on that. It's a very small amount, but now these things start building up, and it makes it a great time to get that new furnace that a lot of people frankly have been holding off on because they've been waiting for rebates, and now there is one. You were touching on previously on something that's really, really important at this time, and it's about the rebate bringing in audit companies and being very careful what it is that you're finding and looking for. And we had a very good meeting with the EnerGuide people yesterday, and the EnerGuide people and that company, or the EnerGuide. The EnerGuide, they were the same folks that we did a lot of kind of business with in terms of having our clients utilize their professionals like 8 years ago. Yeah. And
it's nice to have that resource that are on the same, and very much in the mindset of making this as pain-free as possible for a homeowner. That is the struggle and the barrier that a lot of people have when they're trying to take advantage of these rebates. It's just the overwhelming idea of trying to file these rebates, and there is a lot of information, but these third party, that's the point to keep the most highest on your mindset, is that choosing a company. You can choose, I think I just went on there before we started, and I think there was probably about 11 or 12 that you could pick. If you put your postal code in, it'll mention to you where are the ones that are the approved accredited auditors come in. So we'll also put that link on this Facebook page where you can link to find the auditors that come in. You do pay, apparently they're all the same price for the most part. You pay the $450, the $300 off, but that is neat. But one of the things that we experienced in 2011 is when they just pulled it almost overnight, the rebates that were available. We were at the renovation show. Do you remember that?
I do.
It was like Saturday we were talking about all these great rebates that are available, and you should get an audit done so you can take advantage of it. And then Sunday saying, that's done.
Yeah, it's done. It ended at midnight last night.
Yeah, so that can happen once again. So just keeping that in mind, that when these rebates come available, they can be halted at any point. And here's the other thing. You ready for the other thing, Kevin?
I'm ready.
We've already been forewarned that the price of some of the furnaces will be potentially going up in January. Yeah. So to make the biggest bang for your buck, it's optimal to have the furnace installed before those prices go up. So you get the $300 with potentially the 550, the savings of 350 or 550, and also take advantage of these 2018 pricing for furnaces.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yes.